Hello, my name is Carmen Bruni,
And I'm Bernard Conrad.
and so right now we're going to continue our several part series on adding content to the wiki. So now we have created a Math 437 exam page. We have uploaded the questions in progress, but there's currently, if you click on one of the questions, there's no content on there. So right now we will talk about actually adding the question, the hint, and the solution to the page. So for here, you can click on either this page or the edit button. Either way will take you to the edit page. And here we have a blank canvas. So what we'll do, I've already actually typed up all the questions. So I will copy and paste what I've typed into here. Oops. Paste. So suppose that x, y, z are positive integers satisfying the GCD is 1, and x, y equals z squared. Show that they're integers u and v for which x equals u squared and y equals v squared. So let's talk about our naming schemes and our conventions. So here, when we have a variable on their own, such as this x and this y and this z, we put them in double quotes, which will italicize them. And right, that's what we do outside, just because it's a little bit laborious just to type in the math tags that we'll talk about in a minute. When you're typing in LaTeX, we don't have dollar signs in the wiki. We have these math tags. So you start off a LaTeX command with math, and you end it with, is that /math? That's /math.
Just like HTML tags. You open and close them with math.
That's right. Inside we have the thing that we want in LaTeX, which is bracket xy equals 1, so the GCD is 1. And we also have this display style command. This display style command makes sure that it renders in LaTeX. Is that really what I want to say?
Yeah, it renders in proper LaTeX display style and not in the inline LaTeX. That's usually not as pretty. For inline LaTeX, we would use the italicizing quotation marks. Yeah, but it usually displays it just too small when we don't use display style for the important part of the math.
That's right. This is especially a problem when you're doing differential calculus and things like this, where the derivative often gets rendered funny when you don't have display style. So it's really important that you put display style in. So now I can click and show preview. So suppose that x are positive integers satisfying this. So it's a little bit. You notice that this is something that I think bothers us a lot. Is these jogs that go down and things like that. Do you want to try it without maybe we should try it without a display style?
Sure.
Right, let's take this one off and see.
So what Carmen's doing currently is not actually saving the page, but make a change and show a preview to see how this renders.
Yeah, so there's the difference. I mean, this page probably works well if you don't have any display styles, but
it's usually nice to have the important math in a display style, and just the actual text math just not in display style.
What do you think?
I would keep it in display.
You would keep them in?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me re-add that one. Okay, so now we know this page renders. It renders correctly. I'm not going to preview anymore. I'm actually going to save the page. So now when I save the page, there it is. Again.
So we are currently actually working not on the question page itself, but on a sub-page of the question page, which you see in the title. It has question 01 and then /statement.
Yes,
and this page is actually automatically embedded in the actual question page. So this lets us separate the content from the view, where we have the content on the subpages, but then how we render it and then putting it in boxes and all of that is done on the actual question page.
That's right. So if we click back on this question 1 page, so this is like what would I call this? Like a main question page, I guess. And that's the actual statement page. So here now is that content that we had before. So this is on a different page that we've pulled the content from, which is what Bernard has said. So that's great. So that's on here. So now I guess I'll just quickly add the hint of the
So if you want to edit it again, you can click on edit on the top.
And it'll take you back to that page. So notice that you only have one question box, but here we can add second hints and second solutions and things like this. Given that this is the first question of this exam, there's not going to be too much more to add. So here's my hint that I've created. Find what the arithmetic is the major idea in this proof. Start with this term and then proceed from there. So this is the hint that I've created. And then we will add the solution. So So let me add the solution as well. So again, now when I click on show, the hint is there. And when I add the solution, this will be it. It's good for the studio, right?
And the LaTeX it can render is your usual LaTeX. It doesn't have all the fancy commands. You can also not abbreviate or write your own shorthand for commands.
That's right.
It just takes plain LaTeX, but it has a lot of just the functionalities that you would expect.
It does. It has a lot of things. It doesn't have everything though, so don't. I mean, there are some commands that this version of LaTeX doesn't know. What does it know though? So for example, it does know it has an align environment. It doesn't have align star. It does have begin align though. So if you want to align your equations and edit them correctly, you use begin align and end align. It doesn't number the equations though, so you don't have to worry about that, despite the fact that it is just align and not align star. That's the big one. I haven't used any aligns.
That's pretty much the only difference.
That's the only major difference that you're going to actually use at some point. Yeah, that's what I would say. Everything else, I believe, just kind of works as
exactly.
As
everything kind of works. You can also preview and see how it looks.
That's right, and it'll yell at you if you've done something incorrectly. Again, keep in mind. So one of my favorite mistakes is confusing this front slash or forward slash with a backslash. It's common because LaTeX will use backslash, but HTML takes you forward slash. That's a little bit annoying. But in any case, this is what it is. So here's the solution. I've already saved it. Well, I'll save it again. There's no need to. And that's it. So that's how to add content to the wiki. In the next video, I think we're going to talk about our flagging system. So these CQ, CH, and CS. Actually, first we'll talk about tagging.
First we'll talk about tagging.
We'll talk about tagging, then
we
flagging.
now added the question, hint, and solution, but we didn't put it into any categories yet, so it will only be searchable currently by the exam directly, not by topic. And we want to add the topics for this page, and we'll show you how to do it in the next video.
Thank you very much.